So you want to advance your career, and there's so much advice, so many resources, so many different tools for you to use. What is one tool, number one tool, that I recommend for you to use if you want to advance your career today? That's the subject of today's conversation. Let's go. In the coming years, you and your business will have to face more change than ever before. Hi, Nadia Zhiksimbayeva here from Chief Reinvention Officer, the place to be if you want to reinvent yourself, reinvent your business, your team, your project, your product, your world. This is the place where we share resources and tips that help us deal with speed of change, riding the waves of disruption rather than be crushed by them. Today's subject of the conversation came from tons of questions I got over our Twitter, our LinkedIn society. We have a big Facebook Reinvention Society, and of course the subscribers to this channel. And this question was the following. I am very excited to advance my career. I want to grow. Some people are growing in their corporate setting. Sometimes it's their business. I want to grow. I want to advance my career, but I'm a bit tired from this long list of things I need to do. In your opinion, what is one thing, one tool that is most important when it comes to advancing my career today? And before giving you my answer and the science that backs that answer, and the experience in the boardrooms with the clients that I have that also backs that answer, I actually went online and did a little bit of research. I wanted to see what business tools are being presented as the best. And there's one article that caught my attention. It was the Newsweek's annual ranking of the best business tools. And surprise, surprise, when you go through the entire list in different categories, there's some categories for collaboration, some categories for planning, some categories for finance. Across all business tools, almost every single one of them was software. The number one business tool that is the myth in the world right now, and I truly believe it's a myth, is you need some other piece of software, a new app, a new installation for your business to run better. That is not at all what I see, whether it comes to research or whether it comes to practice, working with actual companies, actual change makers, reinventing their business. So what is my answer? What's my number one solution? That one secret tool that I use again and again that made the most difference in advancing my career and the career of my clients? You might be surprised. The number one tool to advance your career today? A question. That is the most underappreciated, underused tool, whether you are starting out in business today or nonprofit sector or media or academia, or you're actually advanced manager or an executive or owner of business. So let me explain. If you're just starting out, asking the right question, being very comfortable with the idea of drafting, designing, and using diverse set of questions can be a difference between setting up an exciting career where you're invited to new projects, where you're constantly expanding your network, where you are given opportunities, and sitting in the corner being unnoticed by your superiors. Very often I enter a client business and I notice how little questions people from different departments ask from each other, and therefore they miss on the opportunity to borrow the best practices from another department or another person, or they might not even know the amazing opportunities that the company offers to the newcomers. So even if you're just starting out, asking the right question, being comfortable with the art of the question, using questions as your best friends can advance your career immediately. If you're already a manager and you have a team, you have a project that you're managing or product or a department you're managing, asking questions, using questions as this strategic tool it is, can make a difference between running a high-performing team and a low-performing team. So there's an excellent series of research led by Professor Lasada, who studies how high-performing teams in real business, not hypothetical teams, but he follows real teams in real business, are different from mediocre or low-performing teams. And one aspect that he measures is a balance between inquiry, the art of a question, and advocacy, the answers given to the questions. And no surprise, low-performing teams are the kind of teams that use mostly answers. In a meeting of a low-performing team, you hear answer after answer after answer. Instead of a real creative dialogue, it's just a collection of monologues, one monologue after another monologue after another monologue. In a high-performing team, Losada research shows, there's a beautiful balance between the number of questions asked and the number of answers given. Open-ended questions are being the tool that drives the performance of the team. And if you're a senior in your company, maybe you're a consultant to senior leaders, maybe you're a board member, maybe you're an executive or you're a business owner, the art of the question is something that can protect your company again and then again and again. And the number one question I use when I facilitate board meetings is this question that is very uncomfortable, but it saved numerous companies from following the fate of Titanic and sinking to the bottom of the ocean. And that question is there something that we're pretending not to know? Is there something in the market research, in our internal data, that we are ignoring and pretending not to know? Number one solution that I bring to a table is actually not a solution at all. It's a question. Question after question changes the direction and the destiny of business whenever we work with companies around the world. So that's my offer to you. Make sure you brush off and develop and strengthen your art of the question and start treating questions as the strategic reinvention tool it actually is. If just one tool is not enough for you, make sure you download our 101 free reinvention tools. This is a PDF, a completely free PDF we put together that will help you reinvent yourself, your company, and the world around you. And the most important thing, every single one of the tools and resources on this list requires zero investment on your part. When you are just beginning to reinvent your company or yourself, I know that money can be a little bit tough. So we put together all kinds of resources that require zero investment on your part. Make sure to grab your copy. It will be in the show notes along with other resources. And I hope today you will create your own list of top questions you need to ask yourself about your career, about your company, about your team, about your project, and you will start using a power of question as the strategic resource it actually is. Until the next time, I will see you very soon.